Okay, before we start, let me ask some few basics question, then I will proceed. This basics is very important because without this basics concept, analog will be very difficult for you, right? So first of all of you understand the basics, right? So I may start from the KVL. So what is the KVL? What is the KVL? Anyone know? What is the KVL? Okay, come to the here. Just tell me what is the KVL. KVL is the summation of voltage in a loop. Must be equal to the 0. What is the KVL? KVL is the, according to C, net effective voltage across the closed loop. Very good, excellent. That I am expected you. Algebraic sum of the voltage in a closed loop 0. So summation of voltage, algebraic sum of the voltage in a loop must be equal to 0. Exactly. Chalo, let me ask one question. I am taking one circuit like that. This is the grounded, this is the 10 volt. If I am asking what is the voltage at point P, first of all just tell me this is the open loop or closed loop. This circuit is open loop or closed loop? Exactly, this is a closed loop. Can you tell me the voltage at point P? Can you tell me the voltage at point P? Just tell me the voltage at point P. Very good. This voltage at point P, you can say the Vp must be equal to the 10 volt. Exactly. Now, I am going to take the example number 2. What is the voltage at point P? Just tell me all of you guys. Let me explain you. What is the voltage at this point? This point voltage, if you take the negative terminal, then take as a minus sign. If you take the voltage at positive terminal, then take as a positive sign. Understood? Clear this point? What is the voltage at this point? 0 volt. Now I am taking the voltage at negative terminal. Then what will be the voltage at this point? Minus 5 volt. Clear? Now, what is the voltage at this point? Now I am going to take the voltage as positive terminal. It means we have to add this voltage in that voltage. Understood? What is this voltage? 10 volt. So what is the net voltage at this point? Minus 5 plus 10. It will be 5 volt. Clear? Understood? If you have any doubt, just apply KVL from here to here. If you have any doubt, just apply the KVL. But for apply the KVL, you must be closed loop. But you can directly apply KVL in this loop. You can get. Let us start from here. You have to, if you have to find the voltage at point P. Just apply the KVL from here to here. From down to up, just apply the KVL. You can find the voltage at point P. Let's start from here. This is the convention is that if you enter from, let me check the convention. What will be the convention? If there is a battery, if you move from negative terminal to positive terminal, then take with minus sign. And suppose battery is connected like that, and if you move from positive to negative, you enter from positive terminal come first, then you take with positive sign. And if you move from negative to positive, if negative terminal come first, then you can take the negative sign first. Understood? If you understood this convention, then let's start from here. This is positive terminal, this is negative, this is positive. Now I am going to apply the KVL in this loop. I am entering from positive terminal, then take it is a plus 5. Then again, positive terminal plus 5. Again I am going to in from the negative terminal, then take it is a minus 10. Now we have to find the voltage Vp plus Vp equal to 0. Vp equal to 0. So what will be Vp from here? It will be equal to the 5 volt. If you want to find the voltage at any point, just apply the KVL from here to here. If you insert from positive terminal, take it as a positive sign. If you insert from the, move from the negative to positive, then take with the negative sign. So minus plus 5 minus 10 plus Vp equal to 0. So what will be the Vp? It will be equal to the 5. Clear? Now I am going to change the question. Just solve everyone. All of you understood? Clear? Just response 1. Okay, I am going to change the question. Okay, this is the circuit like that. Just tell me the voltage Vp. All of you just tell me the voltage Vp. What will be the value of Vp? Okay, let me explain. Let me find out the value. Just tell me this is open loop or closed loop. All of you know the circuit is open from this point P. From P, this circuit is open. Now we have to find the voltage Vp, right? So just apply the KVL from down to up. Let us start from here. This is a positive terminal. This is negative, positive, negative, negative, positive. Actually, this is open circuit. It means there will be no. Actually, it is open from here. This is not voltage source. This is not voltage source. This is only point B. You have to find. This is the point P. You have to find the voltage at point P. This is the open loop, right? There is no voltage source. It is open loop. It's open loop, and we have to find the voltage at point P. Just apply the KVL from down to up. Let us start from here. The input, the initial point is positive. Take is 5 volt. If you move up, then it's again positive terminal. Then take again plus 10. Actually, this is open circuit. It means there will be no current. There will be no current. It means there will be no drop here, right? Again, we enter from the negative. Then take it negative sign. Minus 15 plus Vp equal to 0. So what will be Vp? 0. Is it clear, all of you guys? Okay, let me check the question. The next question is little bit tricky. Just give me think and give me correct answer. This is the question. You have to find the value of 5. This is the question. You have to find the value of 5. First of all, just tell me this is the open loop or closed loop. First of all, just tell me, guys, this is the open loop or closed loop. Exactly, there is a voltage 10 volt. There is one voltage of 10 volt, right? Chalo. Okay, all of you guys, just tell me what is the current through this circuit. What is the current through this circuit? Okay, let me find out what is the current. Chalo. Let us start KVL from here to here. I'm going to apply the KVL from up to down, up to down. I'm going to apply the KVL. So this is the battery. This is a battery. Can you tell me what is the voltage at this point? What is the voltage at this point? Just tell me the voltage at this point. Exactly. Can I replace this battery like that? Can I replace the battery like that? Can I replace the battery like this? Understood? I replace the battery like that. Clear? Now I am going to apply the KVL. This is negative. This is positive. This is positive, negative, and the current is moving from up to down. Then this will be positive, this will be negative, again negative, positive, right? This is the convention. Now I am going to apply the KVL from here to here. So first of all, the initial point is negative, it will be minus 10. Again, this is positive terminal, then it will be plus 15. Then again, there will be some voltage drop here, I into 10 ohm. I into 10. Again, there is negative terminal, then take is a minus 5. Minus 5 equal to 0. So now I am going to calculate this value. It will be 0 plus minus 15 plus 15 equal to 0 plus I into 10 equal to 0. So what will be the current? Current become equal to 0. Very good, guys. The correct answer is 0. Clear? Now I am going to make little bit tricky this question. Now I am going to change this question. Clear? Shall I erase it? All of you note it down. If you know this concept, then this is up to this level we required in analog electronics, right? This is up to this level KVL, right? Now the second topic I am going to discuss, that is the KCL. I am just giving the brief discussion because whatever the need in the analog electronics, right? That's why I am giving the discuss. KCL, what is the KCL? Kirchhoff current law. What is this? Summation of current at a node must be equal to 0. Is it right? Summation of current at a node must be equal to 0. Or one more definition is that, or we can say that incoming current must be equal to the outgoing current at a node. Clear? The total number of incoming current at a node must be equal to the total number of outgoing current. This is also satisfy the KCL law. So let us see the few questions based upon this KCL. Okay. After that we go for the next topic, that is the node analysis. Guys, clear up to that point? Okay. Let's see the question. There is one node. The current there is 10 ampere. This is 2 ampere. This is 3 ampere. This is 4 ampere. This is 7 ampere. Tell me the value of I. All of you guys just tell me the value of I. Okay, let me check. So whatever I discussed in KCL, incoming current I incoming must be equal to the I outgoing, right? So let me check what is the incoming current. The one incoming current is 10. Incoming current to the node, first one is 10 plus second incoming current is 3 and third incoming current is I, must be equal to the outgoing current. What is the outgoing current? First one is 2 and second one is 7 and third one is 4. Let's find out the value. This is the 13I equal to 11 to 13. So what is the value of I? The value of I will be equal to the 0. Clear? Our basic motive, all of you guys have the basic concept at least. If you have basic concept, then I will give you the tricky question based upon the network analog. Then you solve. Clear? Just wait. Now the second question. I'm giving the question based upon the KCL. Suppose there is a one. This point voltage is Vx. And there is one resistance, the value of is R, and there is one voltage here, the value of voltage is E, and this point voltage is Vy. Can you tell me the value of I? Can you tell me the value of I? What should be the value of I? This point voltage is Vx, this point voltage is Vy, there is one voltage source, the value of this voltage is E. Just tell me the value of I. Vx minus Vy by R. Okay, I'm going to give the data. Let the value of Vx is 10, Vy is 5, and this one is 2 volt, and this one is 10 ohm. Let the value of data tell me the value of numeric value of the current. It's very difficult for you to type in alphaberic form. Just take the value and tell me the answer. Okay, let me check. Okay guys, let me check. So what is the voltage at this point? This is a 5 volt, it means this point voltage is 5 volt. Very good. And this point voltage is 10. So what will be the voltage at this point is 10 volt. If this point voltage is 5 volt, what will be the voltage at this point? What will be the voltage at this point? This is 5 plus 2. I am taking the voltage at positive terminal, then this 2 volt will be get added with 5 volt. So what will be the voltage at this point? This is a 7 volt. Now what is the voltage across this resistance? What is the voltage across this resistance? This point voltage is 10, this point voltage is R. What is the current? Current equal to change in voltage, difference of voltage upon resistance. What is the current through the diode? The formula of current through the diode is I equal to change in voltage upon resistance. What is the change in voltage? Change in what is the difference of the voltage across the diode? What is the difference of the voltage across the diode? This point voltage is 10, this point voltage is 7. What is the difference of the voltage? 10 minus 7 divided by R. What is the value of R? Is 10. It will be come up to 3 by 10. It will be 0.3. This is the value. Okay, I will start from diode. Just wait, because this is a required in diode. When you go for the diode BJT MOSFET, this is basically required. Let me give one question. This question is very tricky. Just solve everyone. Right? Don't think like that. This is just waste of doubt, because this is a basic concept which is required in upcoming classes. This is 200. This one is 160. This one is 100. This one is 80. This one is 50, 40, 20, it's 25, 20, and this is 20. Guys, just tell me the value of I. Guys, just solve this question, tell me the value of I. Solve this question. Initial, this is 200 volt, 160 volt, 100 volt, 80 volt, resistance is 50, 40, 25, 20. Tell me the value of I. Okay, all of you guys getting 0. Let me solve this question. So this question is basically based upon the KCL. Let me solve. So first of all, can you tell me how many node here? Can you tell me how many node here? Can you tell me guys how many node here? Except reference node, except reference node. Except reference node, can you tell me how many node here? Very good. 1. Exactly. There is only 1. Okay, let me explain. Suppose this is my reference node, I am taking this is the reference, and you can see, let it be my first node VA. I am taking this is the Vx, this is my node. You can see this point is directly short circuit with this point, and this point is directly short circuit with this point. It means all of the same point. This point voltage also Vx, this point voltage is also Vx. Clear? This all of point voltage is same, Vx, 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 right? Because both all 3 points are sorted together. Now we have to find what is the current I. So let him assume this branch current is I1. This branch current is I2, this branch current is I3, this branch current is I4, and this branch current is already given as I. So let us find what is the incoming current to the node and what is the outgoing current to the node. If you solve this, you can find what is the outgoing current. This is I1, I2, I3, I4. This and I, all are the current are outgoing to the node. Is all of this is outgoing, this is also outgoing, this is also outgoing, this is also outgoing, this is also outgoing. So what is the incoming current? There is no incoming current. It means incoming current will be equal to incoming current equal to 0 equal to outgoing current. What is the outgoing current? I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I. Clear? This is the total current I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 plus I. Incoming is 0 or total current is equal to the outgoing current. So it will be equal to the 0 equal to, what is the I1? What is this current I1? Vx. What is the voltage? This is the 0. This is my connected to reference. This is 0. What is the voltage at this point? This point voltage will be 200. This point voltage will be 160 because this is 0. There is a 160 volt battery, and battery converted in the reverse mode. It means this point voltage will be minus 100 and this point voltage will be minus 80. Right? Now what is the I1? What is the I1? This point voltage is Vx minus 200 divided by 50. This point voltage is Vx minus 200 divided by 50. Vx minus 200 divided by 50. This is the I1. What is the value of I2? What is the value of Vx? Minus 160 divided by 40. Vx minus 160 divided by 40. Plus, what is the I3? Vx minus of 100. Because this point voltage is minus 100, it will be equal to the Vx minus of minus 100. It will be Vx plus 100 divided by 25, and this will be Vx minus of minus 80. It will be equal to the Vx plus 80 divided by 20. Vx plus 80 divided by 20, and this current is I. And what is the value of I? What is the value of Vx? What is the voltage at this point? 0. So Vx minus 0 upon 20. The I will be equal to the Vx minus 0 upon 20. If you solve this equation, you can get the value of Vx. If you solve this equation, you can get the value of Vx equal to 0. If you solve this question, you can get the value of Vx equal to 0. If this point voltage is 0, if this point voltage is 0 volt, this is also 0 volt. What is the voltage difference across the resistance? It will be 0. If the voltage difference across the resistance will be 0, so what will be the current? Value of current? It will be equal to 0. The value of equal to 0. All of you understood, guys? Clear, all of you? Okay, right. Let me tell you, this is the gate. This is the gate 2019 2 marks problem. This is the gate 2019 2 marks problem. It's a very easy problem, but they just want to check your basic concept of the KCL. According to Sunny, I will increase the pace. Exactly, it's very easy problem, but if your basics, that's why I tell you, just clear your basic concept. If your basic concept is clear, then you can do very well. Okay, now I'm going, this is all about the basic concept of KVL, KCL, nodal, right? Now I'm going to discuss about what is the voltage division theorem and what is the current division theorem. Before that, I'm just giving one question, basics, tricky question, just tell me. This is the one network. So just tell me, accept reference node. If accept reference node, how many node here? Just tell me. except reference node, how many node here? Just think carefully, this is the logical problem. Just tell me, except reference node, how many node here? Guys, it's a logical problem, just be careful. Just remember what is the definition of node. Just remember what is the definition of node. So let me clear you guys, the definition of node. Node is a point at which voltage is unknown. Node, what is the node? Node is a point at which voltage is unknown. Clear? Node is a point at which you can take the junction. You can take those junction as a node at which voltage is unknown, right? So if you see that, if this is my reference node, this is reference node. What is the voltage here? 0 volt. What is the voltage here? 5 volt. What is the voltage here? 5 volt. What is the voltage here? 5 volt. So at every junction we know the voltage. At every junction we know the voltage. It means there is no node. In this question there is no node. Clear? Are all of you getting my point? What I am saying? This is a key point. Just keep in mind. You can take those junction as a node at which voltage is unknown. You can take those junction as a node at which voltage is unknown. But here at every point voltage is known, so it means there is no node. Clear? This is a little bit tricky. Be careful. Sometimes in exam they ask the question like that. So be careful, all of you guys. Now I am going to discuss the next topic, that is the voltage division theorem. Now, what is the voltage division theorem? Let me explain. If two resistance, now we have to find. Now I am going to discuss that what is the voltage division theorem. What is the voltage division theorem? So if two resistors are connected in series, if you want to find the voltage at midpoint, how to find this voltage? So for this there is one method. One is the conventional method and second method is like theorem, voltage division theorem. So first of all I am going to discuss the conventional method. What is the conventional method? First of all, just find the current in this circuit. What is the current flow? By using this current we can find the voltage across the R2, right? So just first of all I am just find the KVL. I am going to just apply the KVL in this loop. So can I replace the VCC like that? We can replace the VCC like that. This is my VCC, correct? Now I am going to apply KVL in this loop. Current flow from here to here, this will be positive, this is negative, this is positive, this is negative, right? Now I am going to apply the KVL in this loop. KVL. So start from here, this is negative, this is positive, correct? Now start from here, you start from negative, this will minus VCC. Current entering from positive, take positive sign, I into R1. Again current entering from positive terminal, then take as the I into R2 equal to 0. What is the value of I? The value of I equal to VCC upon R1 plus R2, right? Now what is the value of Vx? The value of Vx must be equal to the R2 into I. Whatever the current through this, whatever the voltage drop across this, it must be equal to the value of Vx. What is the value of Vx? Equal to I into R2. It will be equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VCC. R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VCC. Clear? Now, if you find the this voltage Vx directly, you can write as, this is a shortcut. This is a shortcut method. If you have to find the voltage Vx, you can just write down. What is the voltage here? VCC. What is the voltage here? This point voltage is VCC. As I know guys, this point voltage is VCC. You can write as VCC into R2 plus, what is the voltage at this point? 0 volt. 0 into this resistance R1 divided by R1 plus R2. What I am doing? This voltage into this resistance plus this voltage into this resistance, you after divided by total resistance. Are you getting my point? This voltage into this resistance plus this voltage into this resistance divided by total resistance, right? If you solve it, you can get the value equal to R2 upon R1 plus R2 into VCC. Is it clear, guys, all of you? This is the basic voltage division rule. This voltage into this resistance plus this voltage into this resistance and divided by total resistance of the circuit. It will be equal to the voltage at midpoint. If 2-point voltage is given, this point, and you have to find the midpoint voltage. This point voltage is given. If you find the midpoint voltage, how to find the midpoint voltage? This voltage, this resistance, and this voltage, this resistance divided by total resistance. It will be equal to the voltage at the midpoint. Clear, all of you guys? This is a very important trick. In analog, maximum time I am using this technique only. Clear? Okay. Now I am giving one question. Just solve, everyone. Just note down. I am going to erase. Okay. I am giving one example. Just solve, everyone. Tell me the value. There is a 2 resistance. This point voltage is 10 volt. This point voltage is 5 volt. This resistance is 5 ohm. This is 2 ohm. Right? And you have to find the voltage at midpoint. Just tell me what will be the value. Vx. Just apply the short trick. Just tell me what is the value Vx. Option 1 is 5.1. Anyone else? And 45 by 7, it will be approximately 6.4, I think, 6.43. C, 6.43. Okay, 6.42. It means according to its answer will be 6.43, right? Now let me check. I am going to apply the short trick. I already told you how to find the mid. If this point voltage is given. If 2 terminal voltage is given, or if you find the midpoint voltage, right? If 2 resistors are in series and both terminal voltage is given and you have to find the midpoint voltage, you can apply the short trick. What is the short trick? Vx equal to this point voltage 10 into this resistance, 10 into this resistance 2 plus this point voltage 5 into this resistance 5 divided by total resistance. What is the total resistance? 5 plus 2, 7. It will be 20 plus 25 divided by 7. It will be approximately 45 divided by 7. It will be 6.43 approximate. So all of you guys understood this trick? All of you understood? This is a very important trick. In maximum case this will be required. Okay, very good. Now let's move to the next topic, that is the current division rule. Okay guys, let's see what is the current. The question is like that. According to you, just I am giving the question. This is the 2 resistance and this point voltage is 5 volt. This is 10 volt and this one is 2. This one is 5. Like that you have to find the voltage Vx, right? What you want to ask? Just tell me. Vx with respect to what? Actually this is the voltage source. This is voltage source, right? Can you write like that? 10 volt, 5 volt. Clear? Now we have to find the voltage at with respect to this point. So according to you, what is the voltage at this point? Voltage at this point will be 5 and current flow from here to here, right? So there will be some voltage drop. There will be some voltage drop in this resistance, across this resistance. What will be the value of Vx? This point voltage is 5. What will be the voltage at this point? 5 plus 2 into I. If suppose the current in this branch is I, what is the Vx? We can write as 5 plus 2 plus I. Clear? Just find the value of I. Just apply the KVL in this loop. Find the value of I. Just put it here. You can find the value of Vx. This Vx is with respect to this 5 volt. The voltage at Vx with respect to the 5 volt. Clear? Total current is 5 by 7. Yes, we can calculate. No issue. Just apply the KVL from here to here. Just apply the KVL from here to here. Entering from the negative terminal. This is negative. This is positive. This is positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. Just apply the KVL. Minus 10 plus 5i plus 2i plus 5 equal to 0. 7i equal to 5. I will be equal to 5 by 7. Okay, let me proceed to the current division rule. What is the current division rule? Suppose two branches are connected in parallel. Two electrical branch are connected in parallel like that. The supply current is IS and the current in this branch is I1 and current in this branch is I2, right? Current in this branch is I1 and this branch is I2. Let this resistance is R1, this resistance is R2, right? Now, if you want to find the value of this current I1, if you want to find this current of I1, so I am giving the shortcut. Just remember this. I have to find the value of I1. I have to find the value of I1. If you want to find the value of I1, just note down the resistance of the second current, parallel current. What is this? R2 divided by total resistance. What is the total resistance? R1 plus R2. R1 plus R2 into total current. What is the total current? That is the IS. This IS is going to divide it into two parts, I1 and I2. If you find this resistance I1, just take the resistance of second current I2 divided by total resistance R2 upon R1 plus R2 into total current IS. Right? Okay, let me proceed. So if you want to find the current I2, now we have to find the current I2. How to find the current I2? Let me explain. How to find if you want to find the current I2, then first you have to take the resistance of the current I1. What is the current resistance? R1 divided by total resistance R1 plus R2 into total supply current, that is the IS. This is the current I2. This is the way you can find the current in parallel path, right? If total current is given, if you want to find the current in any branch, you can just apply the current division rule and you can find out. Clear? This is a basic. I am giving one question, solve everyone, then further we will proceed to the Thevenin theorem. Node voltage, Hartley electrical node voltage is always with respect to ground. Actually, the node voltage is always with respect to ground. Your point is correct. If there is any voltage source, you can take any one reference, no issue. If you take the reference node as a ground, then node voltage will be with respect to ground. If you take the just voltage below the element, then it will be reference for that circuit, no issue. Okay, tell me the current through the 2 ohm resistance. What is the amount of current flowing through the 2 ohm resistance? Tell me just guys. According to Sumit Mohanty, it will be 100 by 7. Let it be option A, 100 by 7. All of you guys try. Tell me option B. What will be option B? Okay, maximum guys getting 100 by 17. And okay, let me check what will be the value. And option 3 by Shivani Sharma, it will be 70 by 17. 70 by 17. Okay, let me 4 option, that is none of these. It's from my side. Let me check which option is correct. Okay. Okay guys, come to here. What is the this is the 10 ampere. The total supply current is 10 ampere, right? And we have to find the current in this branch. Here these two resistance are in series. Both resistance are series. Just add up these two resistance. If you add up these two resistance, it will be 7. Clear? It will be 7. Now we have to find this current I. What will be the current I? To find the current in this branch, you have to take the first this resistance. Then it will be 10 divided by 10 plus total is 17 into total current will be 10. To find the current in this branch, take this resistance divided by total resistance. 10 upon total resistance 17, 10 plus 7 into total supply current, that is 10. It will be 100 upon 17. According to that, option B is correct. All of you guys understood? Clear concept? Whenever there will be any network problem, just first of all, just try to simplify the circuit. If you simplify the circuit, then it will be going to very easy for you. Clear? So in network problem, every time try to simplify the circuit so that it will become looking easy.